A very warm welcome to all the new subscribers and lots of love and regards as always to all the existing ones. I hope everyone is doing well, and as always it has been an absolute honor being a twin flame in union and walking this path with each one of you. Thank you very much in advance to all those people who take out time to listen to me, for your valuable comments and for your trust in my work. In the last 1.5 months, I had put all the international clients' readings on hold because I was trying to fix the payment aspect. And now that thankfully that is resolved, I am accepting international clients' reading requests as well. So I have found an alternative to PayPal, and it's a very hassle-free and a convenient way to send payments. Anyone guided to connect with me for a personal reading can visit my website, or you can email me and I will share the next steps with you. This audio is about the hidden blessing. Now, there will be some obvious blessings that are coming into each person's lives after the 8-8 portal, but there are some hidden blessings also. And the most important one among that happens to be related to an end to your suffering, to your mental torture. And I will explain that now as we speak. Now, many a times people ask this question: why do good people suffer so much? Or why did I have to struggle so much? Why is this journey so tough? What did I do to deserve so much hurt? And so on. At some point, many people end up asking this question, either to themselves or to someone they trust. But honestly, tell me something. Would it be fair to ask these questions? Because sometimes we suffer in life not because we are bad, but because we don't know where to stop being good. And this is exactly what this message is about. Now, by no means am I trying to discredit anyone's life experience or the struggle that you have undergone or the struggle that you are currently undergoing. We all go through tough times. And this has got nothing to do with being a twin flame. But imagine this: a woman, a young woman who loses her loving husband due to COVID, or a mother who loses her young child because he committed suicide, children who get kidnapped, the elderly being thrown in old age homes, facing abandonment, kids growing up in toxic environment and facing narcissistic abuse. All these people are equally in pain, and it's got nothing to do with being a twin flame. So my question to you is your pain greater than these people? Is your life really so bad after all? Just because you're twin, who may not even be your twin, just because this one person didn't give you the commitment you desire or they abandoned you, is that really the end of the world for you? And therefore, this period that we are currently in, it is a period of deep self-reflection and asking yourselves honestly if you want to continue the suffering in your life, or are you ready to end your suffering once and for all? Because when one is in a state of denial, or when one has turned into a masochist, one will never be able to get out of that victim mindset. The only thing that will matter to you is your suffering, your pain, the injustice that you have suffered in life. And I'm doing this audio to reiterate the fact that suffering has got nothing to do with being a twin flame, and it has everything to do with certain false beliefs, illusions, and irrational thinking that keeps a person trapped in a state of fear, uncertainty, and you end up undergoing so much torture. It's like sometimes you are becoming a self-destructive force in your own life, and nobody deserves so much mental torture. It's high time we have to come out of it. So when someone says I'm such a good person, and why do good people suffer? Again, you have to stop and think what is good and what is bad. What's good to you could be utterly ridiculous to another person whom you consider as bad. For example, as a feminine twin, you could be longing for your masculine and wondering, what did you do to face such abandonment? Why did he leave me? Why did he betray me? Why is he not reciprocating my love? I was so good to him. While the masculine twin might see you as an emotional fool with no sense of emotional stability and no purpose in life. This is because both the feminine and the masculine are unhealed and in a state of acute imbalance when they face the physical separation. And just in case you have been wondering as to why you haven't united, it's because perhaps you both have more lessons to learn and more healing to do in your personal life. So, my question to you would be, is it just a fancy title that you're using like a shield to escape your inner work? Or have you truly learnt the hidden blessing behind the loneliness and pain? And therefore, the next time when you feel upset or lonely or start having negative thoughts, you might want to reflect upon a couple of points. Point number 1, good people are not meant to suffer. And just because you're not seeing a bad person suffer does not ever mean that they are happy in their lives. Look at the world news right now. So many billionaires, politicians, they're getting embarrassed or jailed or boycotted. And I'm telling you, I have been saying this from the last 1 year now, that no one will be spared. Every human being has to face the consequences of their actions, whether they are good or bad. Most narcissists, they hide beneath a false mask. Their ego and superiority complex are so high that even if they are dying inside, they'll project to the world like they are the kings and queens living the best life. Point number 2, it is absolutely great to be a kind and giving person. It is also nice to allow someone a second chance. But beyond a point, we are responsible for our own suffering. It doesn't matter where the suffering comes from, whether that is from a parent, a co-worker, spouse, sibling, twin flame, karmic. But whoever is continuously disrespecting you and taking your kindness for weakness, it's because somewhere down the line we unconsciously developed this trauma bond with that person. We allowed them to do so. And therefore, this period is urging you to take charge of your own life. Instead of blaming God or life or circumstances, take responsibility for your healing. Because when you stand up for yourself, the entire universe comes to assist you. And therefore, inspired action is the key. I don't know what the suffering in your life is, but many a times adults, they start taking out their frustration on their children, on their kids, and kids with impressionable minds, when they start facing the wrath of a parent for no fault of theirs, or because the parent is frustrated and then they are lashing out at their kids, you are unconsciously repeating the same mistake that perhaps you faced as a child. And therefore, it is our utmost responsibility to be very, very kind and loving towards our children. It doesn't matter who that child is. We have to take responsibility for the frustration or the struggle in our life and find solutions for it, rather than lashing out at people or becoming toxic in some way for yourself and for others. Point number 3, if you have a karmic lesson that you failed to learn, it will keep repeating. because one of the prime reasons why twin flames come on earth is to heal and evolve from the accumulated negative karma from past lives. So instead of obsessing over when your twin will marry you, when your lover or someone else will rescue you, and when you will have your union, why not obsess over the lesson that you're meant to learn in this life? Use your knowing of a twin flame to transform your life and to explore the hidden blessings in your pain. Perhaps the abusive father in this life was a victim of your abuse in a past life. And your present life is an opportunity to break a cycle of abuse for good. But this will happen only when you shift your focus inwards. Instead of cursing, abusing, or having bitter feelings towards your karmic or towards your life, address your shadows and fears. Do an honest reflection of why you keep repeating the same outcome. What has not changed in your life? Why it hasn't changed? What mistakes have you been making? In what ways have you been escaping your healing? How does your ideal life look like? And what can you do to bring that ideal life into reality? What is the karmic lesson in this life? And with all the knowledge on social media, what have you learned? And what are the tools that will help you to break free from your struggle? This honest self-reflection is what is the need of the hour. And trust me, those who have not done it, I have mentioned it in my previous audio also, the universe is going to bring about such a huge tower moment or such a drastic ending that people will be forced to do this soul searching and transformational thinking to get out of the suffering that they have knowingly or unknowingly caused themselves. And finally, the most important thing to understand when you say that, why am I suffering so much and why is life so tough? No human being on earth is free from pain or struggle. No one. Just because you're not seeing someone's physical pain or just because you're not seeing someone suffering, that does not mean that they are totally happy in their life. So to assume that all the injustice occurred only to you while the rest of the world is happy, that's a huge mistake. So please don't make that mistake. Your greatest gift is your mind and your ability to shift circumstances if you don't like them. So if you don't like something that's happening in your life, you stop it. You have that power to do that. Maybe that stop may not happen in one day. It could take 1 month or sometimes 1 year, but do some effort dedicatedly to put that stop and to turn your situation around. Stop the blame game. Take responsibility for your life because no one else will come to spoon feed you. Your soul family, your twins higher self, your guides, they are always with you. But assuming that the grass is greener on the other side and that one day miraculously things will change and a union will happen and all your loneliness will be gone, that's nothing but wishful thinking. Sometimes we suffer not because we are bad, but because we do not know where to stop being good. And now is the time when you have that clarity of thought that I'm done being this giver, or I'm done being a doormat, or I'm done allowing people to walk all over me. No more of that. Being a twin flame means knowing when to be kind and when to cut someone off. I'm seeing this vision of, there is a beautiful throne and there are 5 different thrones. And on each of these 5 thrones, I'm having a vision of 5 amazing women who are seated like queens in their complete power and authority. One is a businesswoman, one is a shaman, one is a priest, one is a princess. It's like a culmination of the perfect divine feminine who knows her worth and who does not care three hoots about speaking her truth, being herself, and using her creativity and her gifts for the highest good of anyone that crosses their path. So give yourself permission to grieve, but do something positive for your life. And always remember, tough times don't last, tough people do. The energies of this 8-8 portal are bringing about beautiful shifts in every person's life. Some blessings will be obvious, like for example, great abundance and shifts in your money situation. A lot of you are going to start seeing that your career and your businesses will start progressing. If you were waiting for some stuck deals, or you were waiting for some promotion, or you wanted to start a business but didn't know how, you will have all the clarity and support from your higher self, from your soul family. Things will start coming together. I'm seeing a lot of abundance and forward movement in people's careers, businesses, finances. But the hidden blessing would be probably an ending, or a painful ending that has to occur before you can step into your complete power, because something has been holding you back. And whatever has held you back, whether that situation is love related, or it is some sort of an entrapment due to an addiction or something so drastic will happen that the universe will literally separate you from whatever is toxic in your life. And while that period can be a little shocking and painful, but you will emerge very strong and absolutely glorious from whatever was holding you back. I'm also seeing the month of October and February and April of next year. So that means the coming month of October and April 2023, February 2023, these 3 months are going to be very significant for someone, and you're going to witness a major shift within yourself. So, for example, if your focus was to avoid and escape your own healing, but focus only on the others' love, then that focus is going to shift inwards. And instead of avoiding and escaping your healing, you will start bringing balance in your own life by embracing your healing and acknowledging all those areas within your own life that are not perfect, where you are struggling. And I'm seeing a lot of balance being restored in your life. You will start learning what self-love is, expressing love, all the love that you are giving and heavily focused on one person, you're going to start giving it to your own self, and not allowing yourself to be your own worst enemy. Instead, you will become your own boss, and you will rule like a boss. And I'm hearing this term, starting from scratch, getting back to basics. I don't know what is it that you're doing, but you're about to do something that requires you to start from scratch and get back to basics. This could be related to your health. This could be related to some studies that you're planning to do, or a course that takes you forward in life. It brings some kind of a new venture or a fresh start in your life, or something that pushes you to become a better version of yourself. I'm seeing a lot of coins falling. Definitely, this is a very abundant period, and therefore I was strongly guided to do this message. And it was exactly 11:11 as I began speaking. I know for a fact that a lot of people, you're going to witness huge shifts in your life, and positive shifts, whether that is for your career, business, health, work situation, and your overall frame of mind. So please reflect on this message. And this is definitely, we're all stepping into a period wherein you are putting an end to a period of suffering and getting ready to embrace the wonderful, abundant life that lies ahead of you. So I can see these chains are breaking. Whatever was holding you back is no longer applicable, and you are absolutely free to start a brand new life. And on that positive note, I end my audio. Thank you very much for your continued support. Anyone guided to connect for a personal reading, whether in India or abroad, you can visit my website. The link is mentioned on screen, and the link is also available in the About section or on the channel info page. On that note, guys, take care, have a wonderful week ahead, and look after yourselves.